Chris, well, a brand new All Black coach, a brand new coaching panel, new systems. We've had 4 tests to figure it all out. How much have we improved since last year?
Well, you haven't. There's a fragility in this team, which is very un-All Black. You know, that lacking basics. You know, when you line out ball, you know, there are people. As far as I can see, Geordie Barrett's gone missing in action too often under this current regime. You've got a scrum half who can't clear his own 22, who also looks like he's about 84 years old, and you got out-muscled at the breakdown. But I think, Marty, what the biggest problem I saw which set this team apart from other All Blacks teams I've watched, is that when you have a problem exiting, you know, and they you could see what they were doing, targeting Talia, keeping him in the corner, left-footed kicker. You didn't solve the problem. The All Blacks are the best team at problem solving on the hoof. And you just didn't do it. And I find that really worrying.
What is our master plan? Can you see one?
Well, at the moment, do you remember Ray Wilkins playing for Chelsea? He used to be called the Crab because he only moved sideways. And at the moment, that's all I can see your forwards doing. Go up in a little pod, move sideways, take up some more of the pitch, move sideways till you're completely concertinaed. No one's getting over the gain line. You haven't got the big, heavy ball carriers. And you're just hoping that somebody, like Talia did under the post, comes on a run that's not seen by the defence. 2-on-1, great, good choice, scores a try. But that was just like one little spark, wasn't it, of invention, of trying to beat this defence. And, you know, come on, how many times have the All Blacks said, we don't like facing this blitz defence because look what South Africa do to us every time. Everybody's doing it now to you guys, and you're not solving it. Again, it comes back to problem solving.
Look, the rush defence since 2017 and the Lions were here has been a problem. We've had 3 separate All Black coaches, and you would have thought, as you say, that we would have figured it out by now. But once again, it just seems to be the most obvious tactic to use against us, and it keeps working.
They're not actually producing or playing to a tactical plan which is going to expose this type of defence. And we spoke a few weeks ago about the way that Ireland, yes, they lost in South Africa, but they twice against the rush defence came back against it with options, with 2 or 3 runners running inside. You know, the defense, the guys who come across on the blitz defence, then they're not going to be as connected as the guys who are coming from outside in. And you just try and expose that sort of slight chink in the armour there, and you know it just isn't happening. And they've been studying this. Razor and his guys have been studying the videos for goodness knows how long before he puts his plan into action. And I just hope we're not going to hear this Eddie Jones sort of, I've got to get better myself. The head coach, you've got about 20 other coaches who are helping you. You know, give the guys a game plan that suits the skills you have at the moment, because I don't think it is.
Well, you know, are we playing the right rugby? Are we playing test match rugby, or are we still trying to play too much super rugby?
Well, I think it's a very good point you're putting there, and I do think that Razor's got to look at the way he's come into this job. And remember after the first game, he said, "Geez, this is much harder than I thought it was going to be." Yes, it is, because everything is happening at twice the speed you're used to, and when you then sort of compare what was going on in terms of how Argentina were playing against you and how you were playing against Argentina. Argentina and South Africa this weekend looked like 2 teams who knew exactly what they were doing. They have fashioned their teams to bring out the best of their individual skills. And in the Argentinian case, they've got a beautifully balanced back row, and boy, do they outmuscle you in the key to exchanges. You look at South Africa, there's a load of invention coming in. Tony Brown's added his expertise to the bonkers Rassi, and you come up with some wonderful moves to get the defence going, oh my God, what's coming next?
Rolling maul was another one. Our inability to stop that. I thought that had been fixed by Jason Ryan a couple of years ago because when we went to Africa, when he was added, it was just a real weakness for the All Blacks. But that try that Argentina scored straight after halftime off the line out, I don't know. I mean, those kind of mistakes and scoring at those kind of times is very un-All Black. Just before halftime, just after halftime, and then of course that complete shambles that happened in the 67th minute, where Artie throws it backwards, Mackenzie throws it backwards, and then they score again off that. That to me is what I'm asking about Test match rugby. Those are the most crucial things, crucial times to defend, crucial times to attack, and also you can't make those kind of mistakes when you're up by 13. We got 13 minutes left. You're up by 2 points, and you're in their half.
Absolutely. You know, when Perinero is having all those problems getting out of his 22 with his left foot kicking, why wasn't McKenzie or Barrett calling for the ball for a right foot kick from that corner? You know, these are basic options that you should have in your team. They should be intrinsic into how you exit. And you know, teams spend ages on exit strategies, how to get against our difficult problems. You know, this Argentinian team, like the South Africans, if you want to kick the ball to them, good luck, because, you know, as you saw with Mateo Carreras, you give this guy half a yard, and I watched him all last season with Newcastle, he's got the most fantastic feet, and he runs like the wind. You know, he's a pugnacious little guy, and he'll take anybody on. And, you know, the way he stepped through for his try, there's more of that coming at Eaton Park. And you know, that record has been such a big part of the All Black psyche. Goodness knows what happens if you repeat the sort of slapdash performance at the place you're meant to always win.